Do you get frustrated when working with pastels because you just can't get a really thin, delicate line? Well, maybe I've got something I can help you with. Pastels, especially soft pastels, are wonderful to work with when you're doing broad areas like this, or even when you're working areas of mixing color and all kinds of wonderful things where you can get great subtle mixtures. But when it comes to making thin lines, pastels can be just sort of a headache. So I've got a little method here now. You might have seen this before, but if you have, take a nap. Anyway, I've got a method here for showing you how you can create straight, thin lines, thin edges, thin lines with pastels. Now you know that if you try to use the corner or the edge of a pastel and you pull it, you're going to get kind of a stiff line, kind of thick. But if you want delicate, like little root shapes, or maybe you're creating a spider web, or if you're creating winter trees where you want to show the little twigs, and you just need those little delicate lines, here's what you can do. For one thing, well, I'm going to show you a couple of things you can do. In sandpaper, you can take any point of the pastel stick and then smooth it out with sandpaper just like this, so that you have a nice sharp edge to it. Then, rather than pull the stick against the paper as you're accustomed to, roll it. See how nice and thin, nice and delicate that edge gives you? And you can roll it for quite some time and continue to get those thin little lines, those thin little edges, before it begins to wear down. You have to do that again. Now, if you would like edges that are a little bit more organic, like roots are, anyway, some trees that have that those really organic little twigs on the end, there's something else you can do. You can take, well, there are two things you can do. You might have a stick that is still rough where you've broken it, like this one is. And in that case, if you have the color you need that's still rough where you've broken the stick, you can roll it on its edge, you see, and you can get that delicate just by rolling, just a little rolling motion of rolling it on its edge. You can get that little delicate wavy line. If you happen to be using a color that doesn't have the broken edge and you don't want to break it, well, you can use an X-Acto knife, and with X-Acto knife you can kind of just make the edges kind of nick them a little bit like that with X-Acto knife. And it may be a little bit of trial and error, but you'll eventually get it. You see, now you've got these nice little broken edges. Yeah? So there are different things that you can do to the edges and cause different kinds of lines. The broken line like that, and then the straight line like I showed you earlier. So give that a try and see if that doesn't reduce your frustration when you're trying to make nice delicate lines with pastel. And there's your quick tip.